You know, you can be strimming your garden edges quite happily, everything's fine, then all of a sudden you start getting a strangely different tone from the motor and nothing's happening, the grass isn't being moved at all. And that's all because you've run out of strimmer cords. So now you're faced with a problem. You're going to have to pull it all apart and record your spool. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do that thing exactly on a Stihl strimmer. Okay, so we're going to break this down into easy parts so that you can do this without really messing it up, because unless you've got the hands of a 6-year-old child, not the size of the child but the same size as the child's hands, you're going to find this quite tricky to do. To begin with, see this little nugging bit here? To take this off, you take it off by pushing it in and twisting it anti-clockwise. Alright, that's come off there, yeah? You see the spring in there?
Yeah.
Don't lose that spring. Right, you take it off. And to make it easy for you, don't try and do it while it's still connected. Take that off too. Okay, so we've got a real strimmer cord here, and we want approximately a span and a half of strimmer cord. And once we've got that span and a half, you want to cut it into two equal lengths. Right, now you see this. You've got a hole and you've got like an exit for the hole. And on this one here, the exit for the hole is on the opposite side. And then on the top bit, you see a little nook. So we're going to do this one first. So you take your strimmer cord, you see that hole, this goes in there, perfectly easy, and then you start winding it up. And when you've got about, I guess, 6 inches there, you secure that in place by popping it into that hole. See okay? Right. There isn't a little secure nook for the next one, so you've got to hold that one in place. So this is the annoying bit. And don't forget, you want to put it into a hole so that little exit is on facing this way. And then wind it around. It's difficult to get this exact. So what you have, so you've got to hold this in place. So you've got one cable to go this direction. This cable is going to go this direction. Now, all of that was fairly straightforward. It's the next bit that's an absolute pain in the neck. Okay, so you've got the spool head here. And if you can see inside, or from the outside, you've got two exit holes. Yeah. So while holding this in place, this one is free to move and won't move until you pull it out. So this one goes in a hole first. But don't push it in yet. Just line it up without pushing it in. Yes, you see that? It's lined up, I pushed it. Right, and keeping that in place, we're going to push this one in the opposite hole. This is by far the most fiddly job I ever have to do. So, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you want to line up that little bit there with the hole. Can you see that? You can't see that?
No.
Just directly in front of the hole with a...
Okay, yep.
Yep.
Sick.
And then your finger's doing the same job on the other side. So once that's lined up, see that?
Okay.
So it's there.
Yep.
And then it's over whatever the middle and then just push it in. And as it goes in, you pull this and it releases it from that noggin. Hey. There you go.
Hey.
Right. So that's the hard bit over. So it goes back on there. It just goes back. Oh, you need to line up. There's 4 little cutouts. You see those? And then you've got 4 big cutouts on that bit of plastic. You need to make sure that you centralise the metal cutouts to the big plastic cutouts because it's that shape. So that should just go straight on. Push it in, and it will catch the thread and hand tight it up. That's job done, and that's how you re-cord a spool on a Stihl. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or any excellent tips that can make that job any easier, leave those in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Right, now before you go, I've got one last tip for you. You got your spool for your cord, and you got your strimmer wire, which will love to untangle itself and get everywhere in your van, whatever you have. There's an easy way of keeping this thing tidy. You see those 2 little holes at the top there? Yeah. Right. Thread the end through one. Thread it to the other. You got a tidy reel.